Jai Hind students, in today's class we are continuing with the same topic of knowledge about work. So in today's topic we are going to cover these things: calculation of work done in certain situations. As I have already mentioned that we cannot calculate work done in all the situations because in our syllabus limited syllabus is allowed. So, but yes, obviously some of the common situations we are going to take and we are going to understand that how to do the calculation of work done in those situations. Then second we will talk about unit of that work done because every physical quantity has some unit, and then how to define it. And at last third we will do discussion about that there are certain situations in which no work done is considered, although it appears that there should be some work done, but in those situations it is considered that no work done is there. So one by one we will go through it. So first of all, understanding the calculation of work done in three situations. First situation I have taken when the angle between the force and displacement is 0 degree. And when does it happen? Whenever force is applied on any object and the displacement is also in the direction of force, then we take it that both are in the same direction, and in that situation the angle between the force and the displacement is taken 0 degree. Now according to our knowledge of from the previous class, as you know, the major formula of calculation of work done is F dot S cos theta, where F stands for force of the magnitude of the force, S stands for displacement, and cos theta stands for cos value of the angle between the force and displacement. So here the angle between force and displacement will be taken 0 degree. So the very first situation is that when theta is equal to 0 degree, that means same direction. Same direction means force and displacement both are taking place in the same direction. So now according to our formula, here I will take F dot S cos 0 degree because here the angle is 0 degree. And in the previous class I have already mentioned that cos 0 degree has value 1. So when I place value 1 on behalf of cos 0 degree, finally I am getting the formula work done is equal to force into displacement. And this is the only formula which has been majorly given in your syllabus of class 9th. That means in all the situation the direction of force and the displacement are taken same. So we will apply whenever the force and displacement both are taking place in the same direction. So we will go for this formula. So this is the major formula which has been given in your syllabus. So this is a situational formula. Okay. Now moving to the when theta becomes 90 degree, means when the force and displacement both are at 90 degree to each other. So in that situation, what will be the calculation of work done? So if I take work done is equal to F dot S cos 90 degree here, and again in the previous class we have come to know that cos 90 has 0 value. So when I will place 0 on behalf of cos 90, as you know, according to mathematics, in the multiplication of any quantities, one of the quantity is 0, one of the number is 0, then whole product becomes 0. So that means it is a very amazing thing to understand. Here the work done will be considered to be 0 by the force. Means force can never displace any object at 90 degree to it. So whenever you see that a force is being applied and the object is moving perpendicular to it, that means that displacement is not caused by that force. Some other force may be there, but that force is not responsible for any work done. For example, suppose a bird is flying in the sky. A bird is flying in the sky. So when it is moving horizontally, the gravitational force does not play any role in the movement of this bird, because gravitational force and the movement of the bird is at 90 degree, and as I've said, force at 90 degree can never displace any object. For other example, we can take example of satellite. Like in satellite, as we know, satellite takes round of any heavenly body. So when it is taking round, here the centripetal force is acting towards the center, and the movement direction is perpendicular to it tangentially. So here also the work done by the centripetal force will be considered 0, because here also the force and the displacement both are at 90 degree. So whenever we see that a force is there and the displacement is taking place at 90 degree, so this is the situation in which no work done will be considered by the force, because force cannot displace any object at 90 degree. Now the third situation is when theta is 180 degree, means when the force and displacement both are opposite to each other. Okay, like in real life situation, when I throw something upward, so while it is moving upward, the directional displacement will be upside, but the gravitational force is acting downward. So here what is the angle forming between the displacement direction and the force direction? They are opposite to each other. So there the angle will be considered 180 degree. In that situation, if I place when theta is equal to 180 degree, so W is equal to F dot cos dot S dot cos 180. Cos 180 stands for -1, -1. So finally what are we getting? The formula for work done. Negative work done will be here. So that means whenever force and displacement are opposite to each other, so that is always taken negative work done. For example, I said that when the object is going upward, the gravitational force will do the negative work done, because the gravitational force is acting vertically downward. Similarly, when friction always opposes the motion, so it always does the negative work. So these are the examples of negative work in our life. So these are the three situations in which we have calculated the work done, and in your syllabus this one is taken as a major formula. That means most of the situations, but some of the questions are there which can only be described when you understand these two more situations. So that's why I have described it. Now after getting this knowledge of calculation of work done, now moving to the unit. Unit is taken joule. Joule is the name of a scientist on whose name the unit of work done is decided. Now every unit has to be defined. So how do we define 1 joule? That we are going to understand. So suppose one object is there on which 1 Newton force is acting, and if it displaces the object to 1 meter in the direction of force, so 1 Newton is displacing this object to 1 meter. So in that situation, if you calculate the formula according to formula F into S, so that will force is 1 Newton, displacement is 1 Newton, so the product will be 1 joule. So how do we define 1 joule unit? When 1 Newton of force acts on a body and displaces it through 1 meter, then it is said that the total work done is of 1 joule. So this is the definition of joule. Okay. Now there are certain situations in which we consider no work done, and there are 3 situations. First, suppose I keep on pressing this wall for a longer period of time from morning to evening. Do you think that I will be able to break that wall or shift that wall? No. So here, although I am applying force on the wall, but the wall is not displacing. So in that situation, if you apply force is there, but displacement is 0. So now what will be the product here? The work done will be 0. So means first situation in which force is being applied, but that force is not bringing any displacement in the object. So that means force is doing no work. This is the first situation. Second situation, when displacement is observed in the object, but the force is not there. Now can you imagine the situation in which the body is moving, doing displacement, but no force is there? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible in case of uniform motion. During uniform motion, body experiences no force, no external unbalanced force, but its body moves. That means displacement is taking place, but the force is not there. So in during uniform motion also, although body is moving, the work done is considered to be zero, because here the force factor will be zero. So then also product will be going to be zero. So the second situation is that displacement is there, but force is not there. For example, uniform motion is the best example of this situation. And the third situation, when the angle between the force and displacement is 90 degree. So when the angle will be 90 degree, then cos 90 will make it 0. So although force is there, displacement is also observed in any of the situation, but due to 90 degree angle, cos 90 will make 0. So that whole work done will be also 0. So again I am repeating, first situation, force is there, but there is no displacement due to that force. Second, displacement is observed, but that time no force is acting, for example uniform motion. And the third, when the force and displacement are observed to be perpendicular to each other. In that situation also force cannot do any work. Okay, that is all for today's class. Thank you very much.